We now request Thiru Santanam to address the gathering. Thiru Santanam to address the gathering.
எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கம். ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது. 15 வருஷம் இந்த கிராம உற்சவம் இதில் கலந்துக்கிட்டது. ஸோ சத்குரு அவர்களுக்கு முதல்ல என்னுடைய நமஸ்காரம் அண்ட் பணிவான வணக்கம். அப்புறம் ஹானரபிள் மினிஸ்டர், ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் மினிஸ்டர் அவருக்கும் என்னுடைய மனமார்ந்த வாழ்த்துக்கள். ஸோ ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது. நான் படிப்பு சரியாக படிக்க மாட்டேன், நான் கொஞ்சம் படிப்பில் மக்கு தான். அப்போது எங்கள் ஸ்கூலில் வந்து இந்த கம்பைன் ஸ்டடி மாதிரி ஒன்று பிளான் பண்ணாங்க. ஒரு நல்லா படிக்கிற ஒரு பையன் ஒரு பொண்ணு அந்த மாதிரி கம்பைன் ஸ்டடியில் படிக்க வச்சேன்னு எப்படியாவது படிக்க வைக்கணும்னு எங்கள் ஸ்கூல் டீச்சர் ட்ரை பண்ணாங்க. என் கூட ஃபஸ்ட் ரேங்க் எடுக்கிற ஒரு பொண்ணை கம்பைன் ஸ்டடி படிக்க வச்சாங்க. எக்ஸாம் முடியும் போது தெரிஞ்சு அந்த பொண்ணு என் கூட சேர்ந்து ஃபெயில் ஆகிட்டா. ஸோ நல்லா படிக்கிற பொண்ணையும் நான் மக்காக்கிட்டேன். பட் ஆனால் அதுக்கு எனக்கு வந்து இந்த பேச்சு போட்டி, கொஞ்சம் நாடகம் இதெல்லாம் இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங் உண்டு. அதை என்னுடைய மிஸ் ஒருத்தவங்க கண்டுபிடிச்சி அவங்க தான் என்னை வந்து இந்த மாதிரி சினிமாவுக்கு வரத்துக்கு ஒரு தூண்டுகோலாக இருந்தாங்க. ஸோ அதுபோல் இன்றைக்கி படிக்கிறவங்க படிக்காதவங்க இந்த மாதிரி கொஞ்சம் சுமாராக படிக்கிறவங்க இருந்தாலும் அவங்களுக்குள்ள ஒரு எக்ஸ்ட்ரா கரிக்குலர் ஆக்டிவிட்டீஸ் இருக்கும். டான்ஸு, ஸ்போர்ட்ஸு இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும். அதை இன்றைக்கி கண்டுபிடிச்ி சத்குரு வந்து அதுவும் கிராமப்புறத்தில் இருக்க இளைஞர்கள் அப்புறம் பெண்கள் எல்லாரையும் ஊக்குவிக்கும் வகையில் 15 வருஷமாக நடத்திட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஸோ உங்களுள்ளேருந்து நிறைய பேர் நாளைக்கு சச்சின் தெண்டுல்கர், தோனி, ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி ஸ்போர்ட்ஸில் எல்லோரும் வரக்கூடிய இது. அதே மாதிரி கலைத்துறையில் ஒரு ரஜினிகாந்தா, ஒரு தீபிகா படுகோனா வரக்கூடிய டான்ஸ் இந்த மாதிரிலாம் நடக்கிறதுக்கு வாய்ப்புகள் இருக்குது. ஸோ இது எல்லா பெருமையும் புகழும் வந்து சத்குரு தான் போய் சேரும். அதுவும் இல்லாமல் இன்றைக்கி இளைஞர்கள் வந்துட்டு போதைப் பொருள் அப்புறம் ட்ரிங்க்ஸ் அப்படிலாம் சொல்லி நிறைய விஷயங்கள் இப்போ நம்ம நியூஸில் பார்க்குறோம். ஸோ அவங்களுக்கெல்லாம் ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு எனர்ஜி இந்த ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் தான். அதை கரெக்டாக கையில் எடுத்து சத்குரு நமக்கு கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. அவர் இருக்கும்போது நாமெல்லாம் பிறந்து இந்த பிறவியில் இருக்கோன்றதே மிகப்பெரிய பாக்கியம். அதுவும் இப்படி ஒரு குரு கிடைக்கிறதுக்கு நாமெல்லாம் என்ன புண்ணியம் செஞ்சோன்னு தெரியல. ஸோ அதனால் நான் அந்த சிவனாக இங்கே உட்காந்துருக்க என்னுடைய குருவுக்கு நன்றி தெரிவித்து விடைபெறுகிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
We now invite Shri Anurag Thakur for giving away the prizes for men's kabaddi teams. The runner-up team, Virudhanagar. Virudhanagar men's kabaddi team. The winner of men's kabaddi team, Erode men's kabaddi team. A big round of applause for Erode's men's kabaddi team. We now request Shri Anurag Thakur to address the gathering. We request Shri Anurag Thakur to address the gathering.
Vanakkam. Namaste. Most respected Shri Sadhguru Ji, former hockey captain Shri Dhanraj Pillai Ji, great actor and a good human being K. Santana Ji, members of the Isha Foundation, players, coaches, and the followers of Sadhguru. I could see this side we have more followers of Sadhguru. Do we have Sadhguru followers here this side as well? Do you like Gramotsavam? Do you think it should happen every year? This is the 15th Gramotsavam. So clap 15 times for the Gramotsavam and the Isha Foundation. Sadhguru, it's an honor and pleasure to be here amongst this big audience at the Isha Gramotsavam 2023. Let me say this is a wonderful initiative taken by Shri Sadhguru, which celebrates rural sports and culture like none other. We have seen some very close games of kabaddi and volleyball, and post that, we have seen 1,200 dancers participating in one cultural event at one place. So how to promote the soft power of sports culture? One can learn from Sadhguru. Sadhguru has a zest for life. The world knows him as one of the coolest and most spirited gurus. Let me see that spirit in you. Do you think Sadhguru is the coolest guru? Do you think he's the most spirited guru? Now listen carefully. This is because he loves sports and brings the best out of everybody. And be it sports field or social gathering, he can create the environment like this. In a way, Gramotsavam is an apt reflection of Sadhguru's playful approach to life. It has been very heartening to see Sadhguru and Isha outreach actively and participate in Khelo India and Fit India movements as well. These programs are the brainchild of our visionary Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji and have become so popular across the nation. अगर हर गुरु सदगुरु की तरह हो जाए, खेलों की तरह इतना बड़ा विशाल कार्यक्रम करे, तो देश से नशे की मुक्ति हो जाए. And Fit India initiative is towards that direction. Khelo India initiative is that direction. And both the programs have become synonymous with sports and fitness in the country. And it is very beneficial that someone like Sadhguru also actively promotes them. I was told that Gramotsavam was started way back in 2004 and aimed at bringing health, prosperity and well-being to the rural masses. And I could see the sports person who was sitting here. Some of them work as laborers, some work as in the fields as agriculturists, some works as weavers, some as fishermen. But when they come to the field, you could see the competitive spirit in them. I'm glad to know that the event has become an effective tool for social transformation that helps the villagers move away from addictions, break caste barriers within the community, empowers women, and revives the resilient rural spirit. Such events are very crucial, and I'm glad that Isha Foundation organizes them at the rural level. If you look at the majority of the companies, they always look at the urban, where they can get a lot of advertisement, a value for money. But these kind of events rekindle the rural spirit and involve the entire community in sports, yoga, and rural festivals. These events also lead to better social relationships, improve the physical fitness, discipline, and focus amongst other things. I'm so glad that Isha Gramotsavam not only consists of sporting events, but also has folk music and dance festival, food festivals, and indigenous games. Let me say here, Sadhguruji, Government of India is also promoting the traditional sports in our Khelo India Youth Games, Khelo India University Games, and also in the national games. We have included 5 traditional games like Yogasana, Kalarapattu, Thangta, Gatka, and these kind of games, and Malkham as well. And these are becoming so popular. And in the coming years, you will see the games like kabaddi won't be limited to the national or the Asian Games. They will also one day will become part of the Olympic Games. If other games like judo, karate, and such other games can become Olympic Games, what can stop Kalarapattu, Malkham, Kabaddi, and such games to become a part of the Olympic Games for the future? And if India is so willing to host the 2036 Olympic Games, if that can happen in India, do you think India should bid for the 2036 Olympic Games? Are you ready? Is India ready? Bharat mein karne chahiye Olympic Games. We are working in that direction. And Dhanraj, let me assure you, it won't get us bad name like the Commonwealth. It will be as hit as G20, which happened recently. We want to host more and more tournaments and promote games. Sadhguruji, Prime Minister Modi also started when he was the Chief Minister in Gujarat, Khel Mahakumbh, where thousands and thousands of players started participating in the villages, at the district headquarters, block level, in various games, and it created the environment for sports. I was so pleased to know that it is not about the nearby villages, but the Isha Gramotsavam was spread across 5 states. More than 25,000 villages participated. More than 60,000 players have participated. So let us put our hands together for all the players. With Gramotsav, Isha Foundation has rejuvenated the spirit of rural India, empowering communities, traditions, and local culture. And let me tell you one thing. In 2018, Honorable President of India has conferred the Rashtriya Khel Protsahan Puraskar to none other than Sadhguru's Isha Foundation. What a beautiful environment, isn't it? अच्छा लग रहा है? ठंडी हवा भी चल रही है. So what are you gonna do when you go back home? Do you gonna pick one sport? Would you like to play one sport? Any sport you like to play? You could see the way Sadhguru was throwing the ball in every nook and corner of that field. I could see how people are trying to grab the ball. But whenever you have to catch, you need soft hands to catch the ball. So जो थोड़े तेजी से पकड़ता है तो बॉल दूसरे के हाथ में चले जाती है. So I think Sadhguru was training you. I won't take more time. We want to listen to Sadhguru, but before I leave, I would like to emphasize on a couple of things what we have taken as an initiative at the Government of India level. We have started a couple of programs where Target Olympic Podium Scheme TOPS is helping the players, where the boarding, lodging, training, all expenses are taken care by the Government of India, and the elite athletes. And elite athletes above that get 6 lakh rupees out of pocket allowance per year. So no expenses on them, they get 6 lakh rupees additional. And the development athlete get 3 lakh rupees, and rest of the expenses are taken care by the Government of India. Apart than these Khelo India accredited academies, 3,000 players are selected and they play in them. For them, Government of India spends 6,20,000 rupees on each athlete. Now what we are trying to do is, we have already opened 23 National Center of Excellence, 69 side training centers, and we are going to open 1,000 Khelo India centers. 1,000 Khelo India centers. How many years it should take? How many years it should take? We're going to complete in this year and dedicate 1,000 Khelo India centers to our Bharat. On the National Women's Day, we have started the Asmita Khelo India Women's League in more than 10 sports, which will have more competitions and tournaments across age groups. In this year, the Das Ka Dam initiative in March, empowering women through sports, close to 15,000 women participated that day. So let me say here, when I met Sadhguru, he took me to one old woman who also came to the stage, Amma. I could see Sadhguru hugging her and telling me that she participated a few years back. She's standing there in a white sari. She was 70 years plus at that time. She came with her daughter-in-law and grandchildren and participated in the event. So that is the spirit of Bharat. That is the spirit of Gramotsav. That is the spirit of Isha. And let us keep our spirits high. And if you want this kind of Gramotsav to happen next year, then let us put our hands together for all the players and the Isha Foundation volunteers. Now, today was the opening ceremony of Asian Games in China. but the India Sports Minister is standing here in front of you. And asking you, would you like to cheer for India? Then cheer with me and let us see, let us win the record medals in this edition of Asian Games. India, India! You know, Sadhguru, if you hear carefully, they are saying Bharat, Bharat. So that's the spirit of Bharat, and we're gonna win the highest medals this time. Thank you for listening to me. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, Shri Anurag Thakur, for that most invigorating address. We now invite Shri Dhanraj Pillai and Thiru Santanam to come to the dais. We would like to request Sadhguru to offer a token of our gratitude to Shri Dhanraj Pillai, Thiru Santanam, and Shri Anurag Thakur. We thank our esteemed guests for being part of Isha Gramotsavam.
அதுக்காக அவருக்கு அவார்டு கொடுக்கணும். For those of you, can you hear me? Hello? For those of you who do not know this, our Honorable Minister Anurag Thakur ji was in the India under-19 cricket team at one time. So, as far as I know, I don't know if I don't remember, if my memory is right. As far as I know, probably this is the first sports minister that I'm seeing who's actually a sportsman.
We now invite our beloved Sadhguru to address the gathering.
Veliyatam, ஒன்னும் உயிரே இல்லை. வெளியாட்டம், கொண்டாட்டம், முன்னேற்றம். பத்தல. வெளியாட்டம், கொண்டாட்டம், முன்னேற்றம். யாருக்கு they want me to speak in English, I'm sorry. One who does not know how to be playful will not know how to live. One who is not playful with every aspect of life, that person will carry life as a terrible burden upon themselves. If you want to carry this life light, doesn't matter what is the nature of your activity. If you want to carry your life light, you need to be playful. Playfulness is the basis of celebration. Unfortunately, most people think celebration means they must eat more, drink more, get sick the next day. Only if you're playful, there is celebration in your life. Otherwise, just decorations, food, drink doesn't make celebration, it just makes you sick. Celebration is possible only when you're playful. So it's fantastic to see that across 25,000 villages, over 60,000 participants or players, and all of them, hundreds and thousands of spectators in those villages, all at some point not knowing what they're doing, they jumped, screamed, yelled, laughed, cried. This is what is needed to make life happen. Especially in the rural parts of our beloved Bharat. Unfortunately, because of over 250 years of very tyrannical oppression that we have faced, in the last 8 to 10 generations, a large segment of our population has lived worse than cattle in terms of what they have, because everything that they had was taken away. Their industry was taken away, their craft was taken away, their competence was taken away. They were forced to do subsistence farming. You must understand, India was not an agricultural country. It was a manufacturing country, it was a trading country. We were accounting for over 33% of the world's exports, over 24% of the world's economy just 300 years ago. But because industry was systematically destroyed, trade was destroyed, because of that, subsistence farming became the only way to survive. And we started writing in our books that we are an agricultural nation. We are not an agricultural nation. Yes, of course we did agriculture, but we were an industrial and trading nation. So because of this, it has been an uphill task for our rural populations to rise, but we are at a time where, well, it's being described as Amrit Kal. I hope Amrit reaches everybody in the country. I drink Amrit, you drink Amrit, that's not important. Everybody must drink Amrit. Only then we are a successful nation. So, today being here at this Gramotsavam, the spirit of the youth oh, that's a youthful cry. Because being in agriculture, there are many issues. One thing is, because we've been farming for a few thousand years and generation after generation, land has been divided within the family, and today average land holding has become just 2.25 acres of land per family, which is the average. It is extremely difficult for anybody to prosper with just 2.25 acres of land and investing on that land. So for every 2 acres plus, we are putting a borewell, we have an electric connection, we have barbed wire fences, and in the end, the produce doesn't have the power of scale. So, in many ways, the rural societies in the country have been exploited because they just don't have the power of scale. So because of this, agriculture has always been a back-breaking activity, but they did not mind breaking their backs because there was a joy of being with nature, working with the soil, being alive to life around them. But unfortunately, in the last few decades, agriculture has become a heartbreaking activity. One reason, there are many reasons, all of it we cannot fix, but one basic reason is, we must understand in this culture, in this civilization, agriculture was not just done as business, it was an engagement with life. It was an engagement with the planet. We call the soil that we walk upon as mother, Thai Mannu, we said in Tamil Nadu. We did not step on our land without bowing down to it. I saw today some of our boys, before they step into the volleyball court, there. You must keep that. Always you must keep that you bow down to everything that matters in your life. You bow down to everything that matters in your life. Every human being, it doesn't matter whether it's a man, woman, child, animal, tree, rock, we bow down because all of these things make our life. This is the culture, this is the civilization which bows down to everything that we see, because everything matters. This is… today is being taught as ecological sciences all over the world, that we bow down to everything, we valued everything equally, it doesn't matter small or big. This is the basic ecological sense. But this heartbreaking activity has become the way it's become because all the culture has slowly been removed, that only people who dance are on the screen, either in the movie or on the television. People have forgotten to sing, people have forgotten to dance, people have forgotten to celebrate, they're only watching it in the cinema. So it is time we bring back, because at one time, if you want to plow the land, there was a song and dance for that. If there is planting, there was a song and dance for that. Weeding, there was a song and dance for that. Harvesting, of course, was full of song and dance. Bringing this back is very important for rural communities, because if you don't bring liveliness into their activity, if you try to do agriculture, especially small farmers' agriculture, like a business, your heart will break for sure. Back, of course, will break, but heart also will break. It's very important that we bring back this music and dance. These wonderful people, I didn't get the name of the village, all the girls dancing with their dindagal weaving skirts that they were wearing. It's fantastic that 1,200 girls are dancing at a time, pretty synchronized. And the little one, where is that little one? She was dancing, and I'm noticing that girl, that little one, knows every step. Every step she knows, she's not looking at anybody, she knows what to do. This is good. It's important at a very young age, music, dance, celebration should become way of life. Celebration is not something that you do once in a way. Well, our minister was saying I was throwing ball at people, because people watch… their idea of sport is watching a cricket game on the television, then commenting how Virat Kohli does not know how to bat, he should have done this, he should have done that. They're all experts sitting at home, overeating, and they know how to hit the ball. They know how to coach Virat Kohli, right? But you throw a tennis ball, they can't catch it, all over the place. So just to catch a ball, what it takes? It takes something, it takes a certain level of focus and involvement. This is the best thing about the game. You can go to your school without involvement. You can go to your job without involvement. You can even get married without involvement. You know but you can't play a game without involvement. That is the most important thing about playing a game. Without involvement, it'll not happen. You must understand, without absolute involvement, your life will not happen. You will pass through life without living life. So, being a game for life, being a sport for life is most important. All of you, our minister was saying you must play some game. I don't know what your conditions are, you live in an apartment building or somewhere. Well, you can at least throw a ball at each other. No, Sadhguru, we don't have a ball. Throw an onion. Oh no, Sadhguru, onion is too expensive. Okay, throw potato. Something, make it playful. Husband and wife who are having lot of issues, throw something at each other, not in anger, not in anger. Playfully, throw something at each other, catch and throw, you will see many things will change about you and your relationships and your situations. It's important that you bring playfulness. It's important that you bring playfulness. Only your whatever, Santanam is here, I'm not commenting about them. Only your cinema star should not dance. You must dance, at least in your home. Not as a display. Not as a display, not as a performance, just for the joy of it. Because dance for the body is like laughter for a conversation. That's how it is. So, we are at a juncture where Bharat is on the way. We are at a juncture where Bharat is on the way to become a Bhavya Bharat. To make this civilization, when we had the highest level of mathematics, when we had the highest level of astronomy, we had the highest understanding of chemistry, we had the highest access to astronomical aspects of life, when the rest of the world did not know 1, 2, 3. So, a civilization like this has taken a beating. Over 800, 900 years of invasions, occupations, we have taken a beating. But now we are rising to become a Bhavya Bharat. It is very important. Do not think this is Prime Minister's job, Minister's job. Yes, they are doing what they can. It is the duty of every citizen, everybody who has any love for their own life must make this happen. Making yourself into a wonderful human being is the first step, because without wonderful human beings, there is no wonderful nation. Without great human beings, there is no great nation. Without an inspired human being, there is no inspired nation. It is time that every one of us stand up, because this is a possibility that has come to us after nearly over 500, 600 years. The possibility has come. It's my wish that this must happen in this generation. They are throwing things at me. So they dropped the ball. So… So, it's very important. You must understand, being playful is not just about play. Being playful is about facilitating life in the most exuberant way possible. If you lose your exuberance, if you lose your playfulness, depression is a natural process. And at a time like this, when the World Health Organization is predicting there is going to be a mental health pandemic, at a time like this, play becomes very, very important. If you bring that playfulness into your life, I promise you, you will never be mentally ill, for sure. You will never be depressed. You will never be frustrated with anything. So play is not just in the field of playing a game, bringing that playfulness into every aspect of your life. First of all, who the hell are you? You are just a pop-up on this planet. You pop up and you pop out. We are all here for a brief amount of time. Let's not take ourselves so seriously that we cannot even play. Let's make it happen, create a playful Bharat. What do you say? There are people with certain competence who are playing high level of sport for competitive purposes to bring greatness to the country, medals, gold, silver, bronze, all that stuff. I'm not asking you to do anything like that. I'm just asking you to be playful. At least drop the potato. Hello? If you can't do anything else. But this is important because a nation which doesn't have people who are playful, energetic and exuberant cannot go far. Let's make this happen because this is once in a generation. No nation ever, I want you to remember this, no nation ever in the history of humanity has moved 1 billion people from one level of living to another. We are just on the cusp of that. We must make this happen. Well, of course, you will be thinking, no, there are some nations who have done it. Yes, they have. But I would like to say, no nation has ever moved 1 billion people from one level of living to another in a democratic way, without using force. To make this happen, either we should use a gun, threaten you with your life, but if you are an exuberant, playful person, we will not need that because we have no such means. We are a democratic nation. Gun and sword are not our way. Our way is to make it happen by bringing everybody into a playful, energetic enthusiasm for life. If you're enthusiastic and exuberant about life, where Bharat will go, nobody need to make a prediction. We know where it's going, to the best possible place. So I would like to thank all the participants, 60,000 of them, they're in different places. Particularly, I would like to mention one player who participated in this throwball competition. Her name is Bharatamma. What a name! She's she's from Telangana. She's 75. She's 75 years of age and she participated in the throwball matches. Well, the team didn't make it here. I wish we had brought her here. I would like to congratulate her for her spirit. Bharatam garu, meer ekkudunnaru sari. Meeku na vandanamulu. Meeru ee భారతదేశాన్ని మహిళలకందరికీ ఒక స్ఫూర్తి. మీకు నేను ఒక కానుక ఇయ్యాలని నాకు ఆశ ఉంది. I will… all these shouting people ఈ తెలంగాణ నుంచి వచ్చారో వాళ్ళతో నేను పంపిస్తాను మీకు. So… and all the hundreds and thousands, lakhs of spectators who participated and made this into a huge movement across these 5 states. Namaskaram to all of them. And all the officials, the referees and the other officials for all these games, they have done such a spectacular work on this that the whole event for these 3 months has gone without a single incident, without any kind of clashes happening in the villages. That shows how impartial and how competent they are in the work that they're doing. We bow down to all of you for your contribution. And we congratulate our sports minister who is here today with us. As he said, Asian Games opening, but he's here. And of course, our beloved Dhanraj Pillai, I don't know how many of you follow hockey, because these days all of you are only seeing cricket. We grew up with hockey. I played hockey quite a bit right up to my university level. And Dhanraj was not just another player. During his best time, he was a bit of a magic. And Santanam is here, and everybody says he's very funny. I've not seen his movies, but thank you for being here. And all of you, wonderful, let's make it happen.
பேத இன பேத